Hello number ones and welcome to Metatron's Academy. Today we are talking about Portuguese, one of my favorite languages, as you cannot tell due to the fact that I've got blue in the background. Why do I have blue? Both Brazil and Portugal have got green in the flag and I have blue. Oh, for crying out loud. How about that? So as I was telling you, I really like the Portuguese language. Now, do I prefer Portugal Portuguese or do I prefer Brazilian Portuguese? Well, I'm going to tell you at the very end of the video. Why? Because statistically, the majority of you do not have that level of average watch time and viewer retention. Therefore, the majority of you will not see that preference, and so I will minimize the possibility of upsetting you and mass unsubscribe. I just gave away the whole plan. Alright, first and foremost, massive thanks to Be the Nomad channel. They made a video called Brazilian Portuguese versus European Portuguese. I'm going to use this to see how different they are. And in fact, so here's the thing. I've been studying Portuguese for the better part of 15 years, so I'm actually very fluent in the language. Not true, never studied the language ever, but I am a native Italian speaker, so I should be able to understand at least a little bit. That's another thing we're going to test, in fact. How much can you understand, you muppet? Well... Alright, hit me.
Qual você acha mais bonita?
É bastante diferente. Eu acho que o brasileiro é mais sexy.
Mais fixe.
Mais fixe. Cara, não preciso nem responder, né? O português do Brasil, pô.
Okay, let's see how much I can understand of this beginning. I'm not reading the subtitles. I'm looking up. Let's see, let me hear her again.
Qual você acha mais bonita?
So he's asking which one is the most beautiful. I don't understand everything, but más bonita, I imagine, is most beautiful. She said,
É bastante diferente.
É bastante diferente. I think that means it's quite different because bastante sounds like bastante in Italian. It's enough different. That's how I would translate it. I'm actually having a good time. Let's go.
Eu acho que o brasileiro é mais sexy.
Mais fixe.
I don't know what the beginning means, but I think she thinks Brazilian is more sexy.
Mais fixe.
What did he say? Fish?
Eu acho que o brasileiro é mais sexy.
Mais fixe. Mais fixe.
I don't know what fish.
Responder, né? O português do Brasil, pô.
Today we're talking to people from Brazil and people from Portugal to hear about the differences between the languages in the two countries. They of course both speak Portuguese, but there are some quite big differences. So let's see what they have to say, which is the most beautiful language, can they understand each other, and which language is the most popular.
Fantastic video, love it.
All right, let's go.
Como o português brasileiro e o português de Portugal são diferentes.
Oh, I understood the whole sentence. Man, that's mad power of Romance language. How are Brazilian Portuguese and Portugal Portuguese different?
É bastante diferente. É um pouco mais cantado. O sotaque é diferente e muitas palavras também. O significado é um pouco diferente. É basicamente.
I think she said that I think she's talking about Brazilian Portuguese that is more sung, like you're singing. I agree. And then she said what? What did she say about the words? Let me hear it again.
O sotaque é diferente e muitas palavras também. O significado é um pouco diferente.
So there are many words where they're like the same, but they're slightly different in meaning.
Basicamente a mesma língua. É a mesma língua, no
It's
caso,
the same
né?
language.
Para mim é completamente igual e eu consigo perceber 100% o português do Brasil. Algumas palavras temos diferente, o que é engraçado às vezes quando estamos a falar e eles pedem, normalmente os brasileiros pedem para repetir, porque quando nós falamos muito rápido eles muitas vezes não entendem. E acho que ao contrário é mais fácil, se eles falarem mais rápido pode haver algumas diferenças a nível de palavras, mas para nós é fácil de perceber.
Eu acho que...
Wow, okay, well, they are quite different. It's kind of funny because the only thing I understood from her is that she doesn't think that they are that different. At least that's what I understood. She said some words are a bit different, but she said she understands it 100%. Good for you, because I actually struggled understanding the Portuguese lady from Portugal. That is crazy because they're closer to me geographically. Like, what kind of magic is this? Man, that sounded quite different. Like, it's true, the Brazilian version is definitely more like singing, whereas the Portugal version, it sounds, is a lot of cuts, doesn't it? Fascinating, let's go.
o português de Portugal ele soa bravo, meio quadrado. Ele soa tradicional demais.
Eu acho que o português do
I love the sound. Quadrado. Like, oh my gosh, I love it. Let's go. This guy. That guy looks so Portuguese, by the way. The one after this. He looks so Portuguese.
Quadrado. Ele soa tradicional demais.
Eu acho que o português do Brasil é muito mais aberto. É muito mais assim romântico, mais ir na onda, mais samba, mais sensual. Mas o português de Portugal, eu sinto que o vocabulário é mais rico, é um bocadinho mais correto, é mais poético.
Eu acho que o
So, I did understand him, I think. I'm gonna have to play him back again. Yeah, let me see. I kinda understood him. By the way, the end of what he said, I haven't got a clue. I wouldn't be able to tell you to save my life. Let me listen to the Portugal guy again.
Ele soa tradicional demais.
Eu acho que o português do Brasil é muito mais aberto.
Portuguese from Brazil, of Brazil, is more open.
Muito mais assim romântico, mais ir
It's romantic.
na onda, mais samba, mais sensual.
It's even the way he says sensual, even if he's speaking about Brazilian Portuguese, I can tell he has a Portugal accent. Man, can you tell the difference? They're so different.
Mas o português de Portugal,
Mas o português de Portugal is like, but the Portuguese of Portugal.
eu sinto que o vocabulário é mais rico, é mais
So I missed one part at the beginning, it was too fast, but then he said it's more rich,
é um bocadinho mais correto,
mais correto, so more correct,
é mais poético.
it's more poetic. It's quite similar. Like both, if I really focus, I can get the gist of it, which is so crazy if you think about it. I never studied the language.
Eu acho que o português do Brasil é mais, sei lá, ele soa melhor pra mim.
Okay, so for her, it's the best one. She was saying the Brazilian Portuguese is the most, or it's more, and then she course corrected and went into it is the best one for me.
E o português de Portugal é mais, assim, mais agressivo, não sei o jeito.
She said that Portuguese from Portugal is, or at least seems more aggressive, which, yeah, I mean, I need to give her that. It is so strange, and I know that people from Portugal would get upset with this, but to be fair, Portuguese has some sounds to it that make it sound like a mixture between a Romance language with some Slavic in it. Are you getting that kind of feel? Because I do. I can still recognize the words, so it's clearly a Romance language as much as mine. But there is something to it that sometimes in the way they move in the sentence has some commonalities with Russian.
Do que, de fato, o português. Acho que é mais como se usa cada coisa.
Yeah, como se usa cada coisa. I could understand that, how you use each thing, I think it means. Yeah, I actually struggled recognizing the words here. I could pick one here and there, but it was a little harder. Let's see with her.
Acho que o brasileiro é muito mais aberto.
And she's also saying that the Brazilian Portuguese is more open.
Eu acho que em Portugal nós somos um bocadinho mais sérios, também da maneira de nós falarmos. Eu acho que dá.
Nós falamos. That's exactly what I mean when I say they cut a lot of words. There are a lot of sh sound, and that's probably what it's giving me a little bit of a Slavic feel to it, even though it's not Slavic. You know what I mean?
Para ver, é mais um Brasil é mais oi, como está? E em Portugal é sempre oi, tudo bem?
Em Portugal é sempre oi, tudo bem? Definitely, yeah. It's a lot more closed, a lot more, I think, to the point.
Então acho que nós somos assim um bocadinho mais reservados, calhar.
Se o português
I did not understand that. Oh, we are more reserved, conservado, maybe more reserved.
do Brasil, cara, é como se alguém estivesse te abraçando, cantando pra você.
Abraçando. Man, I love it. Okay, I think you got it. My favorite is Brazilian Portuguese. I'll say it now. If you get pissed, I'm sorry. But again, I'm not one of those people who says that I hate Portuguese, because I don't. I think I like it very much. In fact, I find it fascinating. But it is something about the musicality of Brazilian Portuguese that I really like. Also, the fact that they're so open with the vowels and whatnot kind of reminds me of my version of Italian, which is Sicilian. So I'm Southern, I'm more open. It's very similar. I think we kind of share that.
Eu sei que o pessoal acha que a gente sempre tá flertando, mas eu acho que é uma língua, pô, ela é cantada, ela é mais amigável.
Yeah, it's a language that is very, that you sing, I think he's saying, is very, yeah.
E é uma língua que dá para você saber que ela teve muito mais influência multicultural, enquanto o português de Portugal ele é a mesma língua há muito tempo. Então, beleza, é o tradicional. Agora o português tem o charme, tem o balanço. É o Brasil, né? Não tem jeito.
I freaking love them. I understood a few things like the cultural aspect of it, but it was a little difficult